Welcome back to the evening show. Now, my next guest is guaranteeing me good weather for the summer, and to go hand in hand with that, we're thinking barbecues and beautiful wines. So it can only be one man. It's David Whelehan. David, lovely to have you.
Great to be back here again.
You're guaranteeing me some sunshine.
I'm guaranteeing it, and if not, I think what we'll do is we'll ask Greece if they'll sell us some of their sunshine, because I know they've got plenty of that. But no, rumour has it that we're going to have a heat wave, and it's going to break in July, and we're going to have the hottest summer on record.
Well, fingers crossed, because you know it's been a little bit disappointing so far.
So far, but I mean, these wines are going to get you into the barbecue mode, and I'm visualising you all sitting out in the gardens, meeting and greeting your pals, and having a bit of fun. And the first wine that I thought we'd kick off with is one of sort of the tried and tested sparklers, and it's Jacob's Creek Sparkling White, and it's a blend of the two grapes, the Chardonnay grape and the Pinot Noir grape. And what's relevant about that is they are the two great champagne grapes. So when you're buying your top champagne cuvées, you'll be buying a blend of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. And what's interesting on the label, you'll also see is bottle fermented, which is exactly the same process they use in actually making champagne as well.
Wow.
And with this sparkling wine, what you're doing is you're getting slightly riper, fruitier style of wine. It's fun, it's frivolous, it's great pleasure. And say out in the garden when you're going cheers like that, it certainly brings a smile to everyone's face. And the good thing is it's $13.99. So it's a very affordable price, and often you find it on promotion as well.
Oh, it's lovely. Really nice. I love sparkling wines. I always think there's a sense of celebration with a little bit of bubble.
There's a sense of fun and whatever, and I cannot stress enough that if you're having a little thing in the in the garden or whatever inside, it's wonderful. And I actually blind tasted one of these with one of my groups about 3 weeks ago. They loved it, and they were all looking around, desperately looking around the room to see if it was a bottle of champagne and what brand was it. So they were very, very impressed by this. And I say it's lovely, it's fruit, it's friendly, and it's just delicious. And there's a little bit of good news as well. Is there's a Jacob's Creek Masterclass wine and food event, and if you want to participate in it, you go onto the Jacob's Creek Ireland Facebook page, and you can win an opportunity to actually attend. It's terribly easy. I think all you do is put your name in, and off you go.
Excellent. That sounds like a good one.
And basically what will happen is you'll be taught that all the intricacies of wine tasting, and Claudia McKenny will be cooking food in the background, and there'll be live music and a bit of fun.
Brilliant. Well, that sounds like a good one. Now, next
one, we're moving on, and this is one that I'm quite a fan of for the summer. And it's the Verdeco grape, and you might say Verdeco, whereas
never heard of that.
Never heard of that one.
Never heard of that.
But this is coming from Spain, and it's one of Spain's great white grapes. You see Verdeco there on the label, and it's coming from the Dio of Ruedo, which is just down below Rioja. And it's the style of the wine is it's aromatic, it's light, it's fruity, and it's just perfect for easy summer drinking. And you get sort of classic citrus Sauvignon Blanc type character to it, and it's just light and refreshing, quite delicious.
It really is light and refreshing. And when you say citrus, did you get that little lemony zest?
Lemony zest coming through perfectly, and then a little bit of melon. And it's mouth-watering, it's fresh, it's exciting. This is the 2010 vintage, which is the vintage that you should be buying. It should be drunk young when it's fresh and fruity, as we always stress on the show. And the good news about this one is it's in Dunn's Mediterranean wine sale, and it's $6.99.
Wow, $6.99.
$6.99.
Super label, isn't it? It's really cute.
I love the label as well. I think it's kind of great fun. That kind of drew me to it. And I say I tasted quite a lot of wines, and certainly at $6.99, this one definitely ticks a big box.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Really
Just nice and fun and fruity and friendly. And it's nice to have a new grape. So it's the Verdeco grape, and it's Verdeco, and it's from Rueda in Spain, and it's just now it's not the most cerebral grape, but it's fun and fruity. Now, and then of course there's one label and one brand that I always think has always stood the test of time, and that's Torres. And the reason why I brought Torres along is the great thing about them is they're widely available throughout Ireland. So all these wines here today will be widely available, no matter whether you're up at the top of the country or at the bottom of the country, they'll be there. And I mean, Torres epitomises Spain, and it's a sort of an archetypal wine brand. I mean, it's very, very revered all over the world. And this is a lovely blend of Garnacha, which is the Grenache grape, Carignan and Syrah, and it's quite a gutsy, serious style of wine. It's got quite a big backbone, so it's very suitable to food. And I went for the slightly posher version, which is the Grand Sangre de Taro. There's the regular Sangre de Taro, and then there's the Grand, which is the Reserva. and you'll see that this is Reserva 2007, and it's a really serious wine.
It's really fruity, isn't it?
It has lots of fruit there, but it's got quite firm tannins, quite firm acidity as well. So it's crying out for a nice char grilled steak or a burger or something like that. And as it aerates and whatever, you'll find that it will be totally and utterly delicious.
That's beautiful. Because that label always stands out to me in the shop, because the little bull is on the bottle.
Absolutely, and it's a great winery. The wine's been in Ireland since the 60s. And here's another little tip: if you're planning to go to Barcelona on a holiday, the Torres winery is only about 45 to 50 minutes away from Barcelona, and they've got a wonderful tasting room. It's open to the tourists, so you can just basically turn up there, do a wonderful tasting, and Miguel will probably pop up and shake your hands.
Aww.
And it's really quite a nice experience. So Torres, you're always in safe hands.
Now the next, we're moving to Shiraz.
To Shiraz, and I think when we're talking about barbecue, we're always looking for sort of quite rich, ripe, robust flavours, and this definitely ticks the box there. Lovely sound coming there, and this is a really gutsy, solid, deep brooding Shiraz is how I basically would describe it. Brooding, lovely plum flavours, lovely vanilla notes there, lovely spiciness coming through. Nigel Dolan, the winemaker, comes over to Ireland pretty much every year, and he's definitely very passionate and very committed to making something quite enjoyable right across the board. How'd you find that?
I love how you use the different words, because brooding, actually, I can see how that's a little bit brooding.
It is brooding, and it's absolutely packed with flavour. And it's like little hints of mint coming there as well, which is very characteristic of South Australia. And it's just a style of wine that I think everybody will enjoy, and particularly I'm very much visualising the barbecue setting.
Yeah.
Nice charcoal meats and whatever. And also on the label, you just see here, not that it's the most important thing, but it's still nice to know. James Halliday has given this one 91 points out of 100, and James Halliday is the big reviewer in Australia. So
wow.
Robert Parker's the big guy in America, but in Australia, James Halliday is the boy that wears the badge of honour, and he's given this one 91 points, and it's $11.99. So I think
that is hitting the mark. And you've mentioned mint, and it really does have that freshness on your palate, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and there's that kind of lovely kind of mint eucalypt character, which is very characteristic of the terroir. My goodness, it's so rich. And what I will stress, I mean, even if you're very new to wine, you're going to enjoy that. It's a real kind of richness, a ripeness of fruit. It's just bursting with ripe fruit.
It really is. That's lovely.
And then, of course, one of my favourites, sort of the tried and tested.
Yes, I've seen the flavour before.
You've seen this one before, absolutely, the Salice Salentino. And here we're talking about the area of Puglia in the deep south of Italy. And of course, when you go to these kind of warm areas, you get these riper fruit flavours, which are just perfect for barbecue foods. And here we're talking about the Negromara grape, which once again is one that we don't encounter quite so much, and certainly it's very much peculiar to Italy, although it is cropping up in some other locations around the world. And with this one you get these kind of lovely kind of peachy, earthy, leathery, I mean just it's a myriad of flavours, and this one incredibly is a Reserva 2005 vintage, so it's had a lot of development. I mean they use these big old oak casks, and it's that kind of earthy, soulful wine, and I just love it as well. And the good thing about this wine is it's $11.99 at full price, but often you'll pick it up on promotion around the country at $9.99. So if you keep your eyes peeled and jump on it at the right time, certainly at $9.99, it's just extraordinary value.
And even the fact now that you're saying that it's stored in oak barrels, you can actually taste that.
There's kind of that leathery, earthy character coming through. It's even like almost like medicinal, and I just love it. And it's just kind of what I consider soulful wine. It's not serious. I mean, it's not like you have to get down on your knees and pay any homage to it. It's like a big, generous glass, and just knock it back and not think too much about it and enjoy it. And what's wonderful about the Negromara grape is because it's developed over thousands of years in the deep south of Italy, it's developed this wonderful backbone of the city, which makes it really quite fresh. So you get these really ripe flavours, and then this lovely backbone of city, which gives it a wonderful freshness on the palate, which once again will make it wonderful with barbecue food.
And I love the fact as well that you're saying, barbecue, wine, glass of red with a burger or a steak, because you really can enjoy wine with normal everyday food.
Oh, listen, it's absolutely made for it. I mean, I know we all like to have a few beers as well in the background, But I mean, just that lovely, refreshing acidity kicking in there with the Wyndham Shiraz, lovely, juicy, ripe fruit. I mean, the Grand Sauvignon Tar, this sort of serious backbone structure of the wine. Then the Nebula, just the Verdecco, this lovely, fresh, white, aromatic, crisp white, and then that lovely Jake Street sparkling wine, just bursting with flavour and excitement.
Oh, well. As always, you've brought us some fabulous wines, and thank you so much for being here with us again today.
A pleasure.
A great roundup of different labels, and definitely the sun has to come out now to enjoy.
I'm guaranteeing the sun will come out, and I'm also guaranteeing you that these will be widely available throughout Ireland. So I hope people enjoy them.
Thank you so much, David.
A pleasure.
There you go, now beautiful wine labels, and if you want any more information, because every time David's on the show we're inundated, because you always want to know what he's been recommending, so you can email us theeveningshow@city.ie, and I will make sure to pass on all the different names there and prices as well. That's your lot for tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a little bit of smelling some fragrances, which is kind of goes hand in hand with the wine tasting. That'll be interesting tomorrow. We're also going to be taking a look at mental health in the workplace. That's tomorrow. See you then. Until then, have a lovely evening. Make sure you pour yourself a glass of wine and enjoy. Cheers.